or the 1-1. So it's one of those things where you can kind of, to protect your own pick, so to speak. And I think it's a good ban here. I don't know if Slate knew this. I'm sure that they do, but this is one of those things where they're looking to just protect their team. And I think that, I like what Revival have done thus far. I think that it's very strong. But again, how do you round this out? How do you make it even better?
With that Baksha, so he's answering back. Baksha might be playing in the jungle position. Actually, it's pretty flexible because both Esmeralda and the Baksha is able to play in both the roam EXP as well as the jungle position. So it gives a lot of space and opportunity right there. But you do have 3 of the most tanky heroes, so they are really playing Protect the President, but with the 4 members of Revival at 1-1 side. But for Slate, what they really need is dive heroes. What you want to pick up is heroes that really counter these the back line. One hero that we haven't seen right yet, and it's pretty new, is Frederick. Oh, Fanny just gets picked up. I have never seen Gear played a Fanny before. But yeah, Dairoth gets picked up because with that dash, there's basically nowhere you can run to.
Yeah, and you're talking about getting to the back line. I mean, Fanny's like one of the best at this, right? It's just getting there. I mean, the Dairoth as well. So I feel like they're they're filling in the gaps that they're weak on. And actually, that's a pretty well-rounded draft by Slate. I kind of liked it how they ended up. It was one of those things where I kind of wasn't too sure how well it was going to play out. But again, Gear on the Fanny, this is going to be interesting. And I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks in this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is basically Gear's debut as a Fanny. Never really seen him play a Fanny before in the entirety of MPL, actually. Because he is known as a fighter lane kind of hero, play style kind of guy, right?
So he's a fighter, not a lover.
He's a fighter, not a
lover. Is that where you're gonna go with this?
I probably, yeah. But I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Gear. I like him. We are gonna jump in to the second game of match number 3 against Slate versus Revival. Will Slate sweep the series for a 2-0, or will Revival revive themselves and take it to a 2-1? We'll just have to wait and see.
That's right. So Revival against Slate. This is going to be the second game of Game 2 today. Game 3 today. Game 3 today. And we are going to have it started off. Slate, of course, having the 1-0 lead in the scoreline so far. So Revival has a lot of work to do at this point, like we've already seen. FMM, one of the strongest carries in the league so far based on his performance. We have seen how he does on the retail as well. He's going to be going up against Peace on that 1-1. So now, tell me, how does this lane work out for you?
Well, I was expecting a babysitting strategy coming out from Slate because you need a lot of babysitting in the early game. But it seems as though Diggy and Lilia or Seilah and JPL are going to stay as a unit. This is what they're used to. Always move together as a unit. So whenever you fight a skirmish or whenever you fight a hero and dive in, you're always fighting 2-1.
Yep, it is going to be an early skirmish. So far, they're just going to prod and poke at each other as QDX Love going to be chunked down to less than half his health. So far, this is not a very huge problem, right? But Ryan might get Dovia as he is going to get first blood. Here taking it for his team as Slate going to continue the story of Game 1 as they look to build upon this lead and perhaps kick Revival down even lower on the table.
Oh man, Gear on Fanny is actually really scary. So we've never really seen him play with the Fanny before, so this is pretty much his debut right here. But on that side, JPL gets taken down. Gear is coming to chase onto QDX Love.
And with that, QDX Love is going to make it out with a sliver of health. Slate so far, they have the rotations around the map, and I think it's working out pretty well for them, right? This Dairoth pick is one of the core picks for Slate in this game because that allows him to chunk down the Esmeralda, which then allows a freebie for Fanny if he or she chooses to make his or her way up into that lane itself. And with this Slate, they're going to start it off with another kill on LY4! Once again, Gear just getting all the freebies. The team is setting him up, and he's just cleaning tables around the map itself.
Where is the team? LY4 is always left to his own devices. This is not where you want to be. Revival needs to try to rotate efficiently and effectively. You need to protect LY4 because if you're in a Baksha, pretty much you are trying to take the objectives. The reason why Slate is moving up towards that top lane is to try to cycle Revival over to that top lane. That is where LY4 needs to be. But let's take a look at the emblems real quick. You do have the high-end drive for Fanny, so whenever you're alone, best be sure Fanny's gonna take you out effectively and efficiently. You're just gonna disappear.
Yep, so far, I mean, if you take a look at the player camps, right, Slate is really, really comfortable, and you can see here, Revival is pretty much stressed at this point of the game. But while we're looking at that, you can see both teams are going to try and make a play. Let's take a look at the bot lane instead, because that's going to happen faster, as QDX Love going to try and find out JPL. He's going to get chased in. Here's a stun by LY4. Can he get the kickback? Yes, they do, but the time journey is committed. This is going to be a punish on the side of Slate. Oh, LY4, what a mistake you have made, as Beast is going to try and pick up the pieces, but he's going to be left in pieces as well. QDX Love, together with Swirled, they're going to be the ones trying to defend the tower. It is going to be a successful defense, but it's not going to be a happy day at all for Revival. I mean, Slate, we have talked about how strong they are, and of course, QDX Love and Swirled, it looks like they do not want to give up this pressure. If they stay a bit longer, they might get another kill, as Swirled is going to try and make a difference, but he's so low. Less than half his health. This is going to push both of them back into the base, but here comes the Fanny Gear. Can he make the difference on the bot lane? He's gonna jump in. Swirl is so low, he gets the kill. It's a killing spree for dear Gear here. Slate is here to play, and Revival, no chance at yet.
Ooh. This is really interesting, but let's take a look at the instant replay in just a moment right here. Take a look at that. JPL forced to use that time journey, but if you look at Peace, he is always left to his own devices. QDX Love Swirl not backing him up. He's trying to crack that weakness points, but look at the damage coming in from Seilah, just bursting him up. This is Seilah's comfort pick, one of his signature heroes. When you have a Lilia with you, on Seilah especially, you need to be wary. You need to play a little bit more defensive. Only contest for a weakness point. But Swirl, the damage!
Gear is off the hook here, as Gear is going to get another kill, and with that, Slate is not done yet. They are going to put a lot of pressure on this bot lane. Seilah and FMM, this is what you want to see if you're coming out from Slate. Revival, they have a really tough time, and because of the defense they have to mount at this bot lane, Gear once again free to do what he wants. He's going to take the turtle, second turtle of the game for himself, as Adammir is going to keep an eye out for him so far.
The damage from Gear is so immense. Just I think that was just 1 second, and Swirled was just gone. Let's take a look at the itemizations. What does Gear have up his sleeve? In just a moment, he does have the Blade of Heptasy, so whenever he comes in to the back line, best be sure he's going to burst you all the way down.
Yep, Gear is waiting again. He has to be really careful on the side of Revival. They do have, here is the call. They are going to get started here. Gear going to jump in. He has a burst down on Peace. He's going to be the first one to fall, but Gear does get punished. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but LY4 is extremely low as well. QDX Love, they are both of them. They have to be forced back, as they will get the tower on the side of Slate. 2 towers in quick succession, as Ryan gonna kind of entertain Adammir. Probably not gonna get the kill so far, but Ryan is gonna try his best, because at this point, Slate is up 4,000 gold, and we're only 6 minutes into the game.
Oh, that is not where you want to be if you're Revival. Take a look at that. Like, you're the Gear, man. Whenever he comes in, you need to be able to seek him out. This is where Swirl comes in, right? So you put your wards there. Put your wards in any of the brushes, because at any point in time, Gear is going to be waiting for you. That was just a lucky kick. Way of the Dragon keeps him under the turret and takes him down.
Yep, it's really difficult though for Revival, because they have to try and lock down this Fanny, but while they're committing the resources to do that, it's going to be a so-called waste of resources, because Slate has other options on hand as well. If you take a look at the gold, Adammir is the top of the net worth at this point. FMM slightly behind, but you know, this is what you want to see if you're from Slate.
Yeah, I mean, basically all 4 members of Slate is on that top gold lead. This is not where you want to be if you're Revival. So it's shifted again. If you're Revival, you need to play defensively. You need to wait for an engage, and you cannot stick together. This is what you need to learn, because Gear, at any one point of time, if I see you on the mini-map, this is where you're going down.
Yep, and just to be clear, Seilah has not done that much in the fights as well. So far, it has been Gear cleaning up the crew, and it looks like they're going to put even more pressure. They want Revival to go into that tunnel vision. Right now, there's no way for them to contest. But here we go, that first jump in. They're going to try and get the lockdown as well. Ryan is super low. JPL, the first to get punished on the side of Revival. And this means that Seilah's going to be caught in no man's land. 1v4 here, going to be caught out again. And this means Revival, suddenly they're breathing some signs of life, but oh, just as I say that, LY4 going to get bursted down as FMM is going to take another kill on Peace as well. So far, it's going to be a 2-4-2, pretty even, but it is advantage to Slate for sure.
What we can learn from this is FMM has already gotten all that he needs for his power spikes. He has that damage once he pops that ultimate in. Best be sure, that's a cannon on wheels. You're going to be taken down.
Yep, we are going to take a look at the instant replay here. That fight, they do catch JPL out. And of course, with that repositioning, Seilah actually gets caught in no man's land. Split between 4 members, easy pickings. But they couldn't capitalize on that because LY4 actually got caught in return as well. So LY4 is actually the last person you want to see get taken out on the side of Revival. And that's why I say Slate, they definitely have the advantage as QDX Love gets another hit down. Adammir is super low by the time Judge is going to be committed. QDX Love, they have to back out. Oh, that's not where you want to be, man. Yeah!
Oh,
He's going to get a double kill here. Going to be punished, but he's happy with this. They have the map control. I can trade out gear any time of the day, man. As Ryan going to jump in on Adammir. He is falling low, but there is support from the team as Ryan will be unable to finish the kill on Adammir. He's going to make it out with a sliver of health.
Seilah is dealing a ton of damage, but what we could learn from the previous fight was that Revival had everything in the bag, but they failed to realize that the flank was coming in hard with Adammir as well as gear coming in from that side and dealing a ton of damage. You don't want to make any mistakes, so get what you can and get out.
Yeah, JPL, I really like his positioning because he's there just to waste their resources, right? I mean, this is the same formula as game 1. Slates just want to burn the resources that Revival has. And so far, that tactic has been working out. So if it's not broken, there's no need to fix it. So far, it is looking good for Slate. They have close to a 7,000k goal lead at this point, with the Lord just freshly spawned as we hit the 10-minute mark soon.
Well, basically, Dairoth is just an anti-tank, right? So whenever he uses his second skill, your physical defense drops by at least 90%. But what you have to look out for is the Seilah, Swirled on that Seilah. Every time he pops one stun, if Revival manages to follow up, they can maintain this momentum and go cycle Slate's devices.
Yep, QDX Love though has to be very careful at this point. He's taking quite a few hits. And with that, they are going to get it started as Ryan is going to be the first one to fall. FMM gets a successful kill as Adammir gets the second one. It's going to be a double kill for FMM. And here they are running with their tails in between their legs here as Revival. No signs of life. Where is the Revival that we're looking for as QDX Love going to be chased by that bomb as well? With that Slate, no deaths on their side. They take 2 members out from the side of Revival, and they have a Lord that will be marching down in a couple of seconds.
Well, basically, it's 10k gold lead on the side of Slate, taking down all of their turrets so far. Revival not even touching any of Slate's turrets, but the damage coming in from gear as well as FMM. Let me tell you, this is insane. Pair that up with a Dairoth, pair that up with a physical defense debuff. That is going to take you to an instant death.
Yep, so far I think Revival, they are trying to figure out what is the pattern of attack from the side of Slate. They haven't been able to figure out this problem yet. And I mean, if you take a look at the draft that Slate had, we talk about this, there's plenty of options for them to explore. And this looks like a tier 3 on the top as the Lord approaches the base. They are going to try and mount this defense. Slate, they are coming, knocking on your door. And here we go, the positioning is ready. They are probably going to let this Lord go. They are not going to end the game at this point. QDX Love going to try and get a few hits on Adammir, but he's tickling him at this point as JPL gets the tower as well. Here we go, the first kill there burst. It's going to get a double kill for FMM. They have not done a solution for this. And this means that Slate going to win this game 2-0. Very, very clean. They are making sure that Revival has no chance in this regular season for sure.
Oh man, fountain farming by Adammir once again, pushing them back to their fountain and just basically just not letting him come out. The damage coming in from every single member of Slate together working as a unit is just so immense. But I want to know what the analyst thinks. Holler, what do you think of this game?